Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best budget smartphones.
Starting at number 5.
OnePlus 10T. If you're after a speedy phone with capable cameras that doesn't demand a premium price tag, then the OnePlus 10T, a worthy mid-range Android phone, could be for you. This phone had an unduly high starting price at launch, but in 2023, it's become a much more affordable proposition. The OnePlus 10T has a good-looking screen, a powerful chipset and fast charging, and on the back, you're getting a 50MP Sony IMX766 sensor. We've previously heaped praise on this sensor, as it's good for low-light photography, and you get an 8MP ultra-wide lens and 2MP macro sensor on the OnePlus 10T, too. The lack of zoom is disappointing. With no telephoto lens, you're relying on digital zoom when you close the distance, which caps out at a measly 10x. However, at such a low price in 2023, the OnePlus 10T can be considered one of the best affordable camera phones.
Coming at number 4.
Motorola Moto G5G. The Motorola Moto G5G 2023 is one of those really cheap phones you purchase because it's affordable, offers 5G support, and has a 120Hz display. For anything else, think camera, fast charging, even mobile contactless payments, you'll have to look elsewhere. At $250 though, it's a compelling buy for people who just want the basics, and online reviews on retailers show buyers raving about the sheer value. Reviewing the Moto G53 5G, a variant of the Moto G5G that's sold in the UK and Australia, we found that Motorola made careful choices here to hit a low price point. The 120Hz refresh rate helped keep navigation smooth, and the phone felt nice to hold. There's even microSD support, a useful feature that's been losing support in smartphones as higher base storage and cloud storage options both work to make that unnecessary in higher-priced phones. It is a phone that costs under $250 though, so you'll have to keep that in mind as you evaluate the camera, the plastic build, and the low-resolution display.
At number 3.
Google Pixel 7a. The Pixel 7 and Pixel 7 Pro are quite pricey and powerful smartphones, and so the Pixel 7a steps in for those who'd prefer a cheaper option. The 7a offers almost everything the Pixel 7 does, but it's cheaper at $499. The Pixel 7a has a pleasant-looking display, the camera is amazing, at 64MP, it has the highest megapixel count of any Pixel phone, and it's a really compact phone, too, at a comfortable 6.1 inches. Certainly, there are flaws. We've found that the Pixel 7 doesn't have all-day battery life and is supported for fewer years than Samsung or Apple options. However, slick Android software and Google's thoughtful AI features have an audience, and the Pixel 7a is one of the nicest and most inexpensive ways you can get on board.
Number 2 of my list.
Apple iPhone 13. Despite being over 2 years old, the standard iPhone 13 remains on sale at Apple, with the arrival of the iPhone 15 having brought its price down to an extremely reasonable $599 in 2023. You'll likely find it cheaper elsewhere, too. The iPhone 13 didn't prove a game-changer for Apple's series of smartphones, but it remains an important iteration that offers better battery life, a better processor and a better camera setup than its predecessors. If you're looking for a fast and capable smartphone, and don't need the extra features of a pricier Pro model, then the iPhone 13 continues to be a top choice. The highlight of the iPhone 13 is its battery life. Previously, iPhones hadn't been synonymous with strong battery life, but during our testing, we were hard-pressed to run the iPhone 13 out of juice. The phone's A15 Bionic chipset, meanwhile, is incredibly powerful, and paired with 4GB of RAM, it's capable of running multiple apps and tasks quickly and efficiently.
And number 1.
Samsung Galaxy A54. Samsung's Galaxy A54 is a slightly updated version of the 2022 A53 that's made for 2023 needs and sensibilities. It looks a lot like the Samsung Galaxy S23 and S23 Plus, and you may be tempted to think it's one of those much better phones. Hold it, and you'll quickly be disabused of that notion. It's a little heavier than the more expensive phones, and the bezels are not as thin. Noting that it costs half as much as the S23 line though, you should be happy enough to pocket the rest of that cash. That additional thickness also goes toward hosting its 5000 mAh battery, which means it'll last all day according to our testing, with 23W fast charging to get it back up and running quickly. The cameras are even fairly decent and perform well in good light. Finally, Samsung's 4 years of software updates and 5 of security updates mean you can keep this phone for a while with confidence that it'll be supported almost as well as an iPhone.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.